Then he further talks about prayer. Ask and it will be given to you. Seek and you will find. Knock and it will be open to you. For whoever asks of their spirit, they shall receive. And whoever seeks through the power of their spirit shall find. And whoever knocks at the door of their spirit, to that person it will be open. Everything that you wish people to do, do likewise to them. So that's the law of attraction and what they're saying. Ask, ask, ask. Don't be ashamed to ask. Because if you ask Spirit, he'll find a way to make it happen. And then Spirit will align you with the people who will answer those requests. So that's why it says knock on the door and it'll be open. Because Spirit's not going to send you to a door that won't open. He's sending you to the places that you've asked to be. So once you start acting, instead of being stressed and worried and trying to control the situation, that's the problem, is that we don't act for what we want. We just are too consumed with our problems and the past and mistakes that we've made, blaming others for what they've done to us instead of acting for what we want. And everything that you want people to treat you as and do to you, you have to treat them the same. You can't just expect people to treat you a certain way and then you're a selfish person and you never do anything for others or be there for them, listening, giving, anything. So if you want to be treated fairly and just, treat others fairly and just. Common sense. Enter through the narrow portal and the way is slender, which leads to life and knowledge, and only a few find. So when you go down this path of seeking knowledge, it's going to be narrow. And the path will be narrow and the way slender. And the reason why it says that is because there's so many people that claim to know what the truth is. But the actual truth is one narrow path that will be the truth. It's not all these broad claims that people are making. It's literally one path, one way. That's what truth is. That's what knowledge is. It's not a bunch of different ways that society is brainwashing us to think. And it says, beware of those who forbid you access to knowledge, for they speak to you only to obtain power over you and to seize your goods and belongings. So the systems and powers and control have hidden parts of the Bible and not giving us access to that, have kept it for themselves. And that just shows you that they just want to control and have power over us, because why would you hide knowledge for us to obtain and expand our soul? Every good tree brings forth a good harvest, but a rotten tree can never bear good fruit. Thus, by their fruits, you will recognize the food from the bad to the good. So based on someone's deeds, you'll recognize if they're a good person or not. How they act, they will not bear good fruit, and they don't choose to bear good fruit. They don't want to go down that path, so don't try to save them. Don't try to tell them who to be, because they're already on their path of what they want to do. You can only change the people that want to change. Whoever hears my words and acts upon them will be an intelligent person who builds his house on a rock. You can become healed through the power of the Spirit and the wisdom of knowledge. So healing, we can heal all our ailments, our mind, body, and soul, by just having wisdom to know what good foods to put on our body, what clothes to put on us, what knowledge to seek that are universal laws. And this is why he says his words, because he's trying to share that with the people so we understand ourselves better and we understand our purpose in this world and what we should. So Immanuel says, why do you have such evil thoughts? I'm a person like you, and yet know how to use the power of my spirit through knowledge. So those that want to brainwash you and control you will try to make the world seem like you're crazy or evil because you just have access to knowledge they don't want you to have. And then it says, the healthy do not need a physician, but the sick do. And the knowledgeable do not need teachings, but the ignorant do. Those who were not misled do not need the teachings, but those whom misled do. Go therefore and recognize the falseness of your wrong teachings, so you do not mislead people who thirst for the truth. So people that don't have the access to knowledge, this is like speaks for itself. People who are sick, go to the doctors. The healthy don't need to go to the doctors. People who have the knowledge don't need the teachings. People who have been misled and actually are thirsting for it, those are the ones that we must guide and lead, because they want to know